Look at my fancy hair.
You do have fancy hair.
I have way too much of it. I need to get my hair cut really bad.
I do too.
Really bad.
I know. Look at, I got this whole thing going on, man.
Really bad. Yeah, like this. Anytime it gets to where you can pull it up over your ear. Ugh. God, ugh.
Like this.
Horrible.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, Ross, Sugar Rush.
Hello.
Jason, we're painting some Trench Crusade today?
Yeah.
You got some models out, you little dirty dog?
Yeah.
Look at that. This model's pretty dope. What is this? What am I looking at here?
I don't know.
All right.
It's a thing.
It's a monstrosity? What is it?
It is very much monstrosity.
Is it like a part of a... Oh, man. I'm just now seeing all of this. It's melting.
Yeah, this is like one of the plague ones.
Oh.
So it's kind of like the Nurgle guys.
Oh, okay.
I've got a couple of those guys. They have in their faction these guys where these ticks.
Ew.
There's a tick on his back.
Yeah.
And the tick is dug into this dead body and it reanimates them, and then these guys fight on the battlefield.
Ooh.
So there's those guys.
Ooh.
This guy's really gross because he has these guys. See how his
little
sack is dripping?
Oh.
And this guy's catching it in his bowl and drinking it. And this guy's just catching it in the bowl.
Ew.
They go on the stand with him. So you have like the little guy here that's catching the droplet and it has a little splash in the bowl. And then there's this guy who's standing over here drinking what he's caught.
Yikes.
Right? It's disgusting.
Or you could paint these guys like honey.
Like
right?
honey?
Like this guy's just a big bee and this is all honey.
Oh, it could be honey.
You gonna do that?
I see.
You gonna make him honey?
No.
I figured
it's gonna be pus.
Ugh, I don't like that word.
It's pus.
Ew.
Gooey pus.
Welcome in, everybody. We're painting some Trench Crusade today. Jason's gonna do some priming.
It's all a bunch of gooey pus.
Ew. That's just a lot of...
Yeah, real ooh.
When you say pus more than 3 times in 5 minutes, that's not...
Hey, will you take a look at this thing on my arm?
No.
No, thanks, but no.
What did you do to your finger, Jason? What do you mean? It's paint, Sugar Rush. Oh! What is that?
That's where the knife won today.
The knife won today? Oh, no. My hat's over there.
Yeah, the knife won today, Chris.
It did?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
When I was building these models.
Oh.
Knife
Shoot,
1, Jason 0.
I didn't clean your palette, Jason, for a new project.
Can't be trusted, chat. Paid professional.
Bastard. Are you using a rattle can to prime, Chris? No, I'm not priming. He's
I'm doing the airbrush. As soon as I can clean the airbrush.
You're gonna do it through the airbrush? Oh.
Prime?
Prime.
What did you expect me to prime with?
I don't know. Maybe you could brush it on.
There's a time and a place for that, and this is neither the time nor the place.
Oh. What are you gonna prime it with?
I like the brush on primer as a
means to an end.
Mobile.
I see.
And
Jason
to touch
got
up your priming.
Craig says Jason got a boo boo. What's up, Double T? Wifey just gave me early Christmas quality nippers. Oh, okay, cool. How come Chris didn't have it prepared already? I honestly didn't realize he was going to paint these until... What happened there? Oh, that was when you were using your Zenithal for Duchess Prime.
That long ago?
Yeah.
Oh, this is screwed then.
That looks like taupe.
Oh, you think?
I think so.
That long ago?
That was the last time you used your airbrush. You've been painting. That was only
that sucks.
A week ago?
That sucks. That means we're gonna have to like
I can go prime it for you really quick.
No. I need to Zenithal prime it. I'll have to do it with the 0.2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was the last time you airbrushed, I believe.
That sucks.
Oh, on November 18th, Jason.
Yeah, that's a lot of paint for a long time. That sucks.
Ooh.
That's gonna be hard to get out of there.
Fired. Hey, Wait a minute. You can't fire me, Mo. What are you talking about? I don't do that.
Mo, I give you the ability to fire Chris.
That's not me. What are you talking about? It's not me.
That's totally
I literally use a different airbrush when
That's
I
totally
come
me.
prime in here.
Yeah, that's totally me. I don't ever do that, and then I did it.
Why? What happened?
I don't know.
Were you priming something else besides Duchess?
I'm trying to think if I came in here over the weekend
Did you prime something?
and painted.
Did you prime that hate model?
It was when we did the Friday stream, and I was going to do the skin. I was going to
What skin?
that model with the skin that I did. I was going to.
Oh, so it's not too long ago.
That's 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
It's been sitting there for 2 weeks. We're gonna have to put that in the vibratory chamber, and hope that we can get that to work again.
The vibratory chamber?
Yeah, we'll put it through the whatever they call it, that cleaning.
Oh
thing.
yeah, that's fine.
It'll be okay. Or it
Hey,
won't.
Ross, no, I wasn't
Everybody's
me.
fired.
I didn't do this.
Everybody's fired.
I can go rattle can it.
Everybody's
I
fired.
actually use the rattle can a lot. Mostly that's what I do, chat. Is when I do something. Jason has such a good time on Friday, he forgot he understood. We understand.
I forgot what?
No, Jason, Mo says, Jason was having such a good time that Friday, he forgot. We understand.
Yeah, I was gonna glaze over that flesh tone, and I loaded the brush up to do that,
Oh.
and then we did not glaze. That was me getting distracted, I think.
Ruck it. I'll clean that thing for him if he wants. I could try. Now we got a lot of deep cleaning the airbrush.
No,
That's
no,
like
that's not gonna happen. That's so much of a deep clean. That is not gonna happen today. That's gonna need to go through the ultrasonic cleaner.
Jason's gone. Oprah, you're fired. You're fired.
Yeah.
Jeez, I don't get that joke. Is she firing people? Oh, are you like, you get a car, you get a car. Ultrasonic cleaners are great too, says Wirehead. Yeah, I guess so.
I think that's what it's going to have to be.
Yeah.
Because if you leave it in a state like that for that long, we're screwed. Like it has to have something happen to it to make it better.
Bridget Phoenix, 4 months. Sorry I had to let my sub drop these Prime this month because I choose on a house. Hey, no worries. Love y'all either way. And your products and tutorials are life-changing in putting paint on model space. You're absolutely frigid. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You are much appreciated. Don't ever worry about not being able to sub here.
Oh, we're doing great. Welcome in, everybody. No, my fiance and I are so excited to meet you all in 4 days. Yeah, Frigid, that's awesome.
You have a fiance, Chris?
No, Frigid said that. Frigid Phoenix
Oh.
says, my fiance and I are excited to meet you all in 4 days. Yes. Can't wait to see the new shop. Yeah, come on down. Visit us. I don't have a fiance.
The way it just, when you said that, you said, my fiance and I are really excited to do the thing. And I'm like, Chris?
I don't have a fiance.
Chris, have you been holding out on me? What's going on here?
Can't wait to see the new shop. Yeah, Frigid, come on down.
The studio is at the old one, so you won't see the studio over there, but you'll see the new
Right.
new warehouse and factory.
If you want to come see the studio, Frigid, you're going to have to drive out to the old location. I may move in. She may leave me there just in case you have to adopt. May want to have that paperwork ready. Oh, we will. We'll have that paperwork ready.
I'm not adopting anybody.
No?
They can adopt me.
I'll adopt you.
Okay.
I am 93.
That is true. I was there that day. I saw it. I saw it happen.
No, everybody's age is wrong. I have determined this for everybody.
Everybody's age, just period?
No, on Spotify.
Oh, okay. Why? I don't know. That's not true. Mine was perfect.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, mine was perfect. 36.
Yours
That tracks,
is
actually, for the kind of music I listen to.
not.
Because I listen to very anger, yell. which is very in line with, you know.
Very in line. Mine is right though. Lumberjack. I know yours. Lumberjack was pretty accurate. You were saying.
This was in the 30s too, right?
Yeah, but you're 44, right, Lumberjack? I think that's what you said in the last stream.
He listens to the same stuff I do. Well, he listens to harder stuff than I do, probably.
Chaos Angel says my Spotify age was 3 years younger than my actual age. Oh.
Mine was 19 years younger.
Ogre says, what airbrush are you using? Or should I say, do you have a recommendation for a starter airbrush?
I am using all Grex airbrushes in the studio.
Mm-hmm. We used to carry one, right, Jason?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we made an airbrush with Grex for a number of years. And love their brushes.
Mm-hmm.
So all of our studio brushes are still Grex.
Look at that. There you go. Is that a pistol grip one? Oh, oh, nice. That's kind of cool.
This is our TG.
Where'd you get that?
Right here.
Where?
Right down here.
Oh, I didn't know you had one. Look at you go, mister. Mr. Prime is what I call Jason. Oh.
That's the wrong tailstock. It's like this 5 mile long tailstock on it.
That's all right.
It's like the extended version.
Hey, Jason.
Chris, yes, what?
If it works, it works.
Thank you for that wisdom,
and heck, guess what?
I appreciate all that wisdom that you offer me, Chris.
Even if it doesn't, what are you using? Is it purple? Dark purple? Using dark purple? 1 second. I'm really excited to see you use the pistol grip. Ooh, something new and different. I'm trying to encourage Jason right now. It's not working.
Is that what that is? Is encouragement?
It's something, man. Welcome in, everybody. We're painting up some Trench Crusade today. Who is excited to put some paint on the model? I did last night.
What'd you paint?
I painted the 3 trolls for my...
from The Hobbit.
Yes, and I did this. Okay, I am gonna say this while Jason's priming. I was.
Oh, I'm sorry. The three. Oh yeah, were they? They were from the Lord of the Rings.
From The Hobbit. Yeah.
Oh no, The Hobbit. Yeah, with the dwarves. Yep.
Okay, this is a real moment, chat. Last night it was like, should I go to bed? I'm like, oh, my models look kind of cool right now. So I had finished them, and I gotten a varnish on them. I'm like, all right, I'm done. But then I got an idea up my butt saying, okay, maybe I do something wacky on it. So that army has a fire pit that it comes with, like a campfire. Mm-hmm. That's a part of their mechanic. So I'm like, what if I did this glow on them, like that they're near the fire? Obviously, it's going to look weird when they move away from fire, but that's okay. So I ended up doing this orange glow like they're next to a fire on them.
Oh, very cool.
Then that's it. That's my TED Talk.
I love that ever since your Custodes.
I've been,
You're doing the
transparent white.
Yeah.
Yep. I did.
Playing around with OSL. And
I'm like, I'm done with this model, but I'm going to put some transparent white on it now. I'm going to risk this. And then when it came out okay, I was so happy. There you go. That's why we do this. Swifter Bear, if you look in the work in progress on Discord, I put them in there yesterday. So you can see them right now in the Discord. Hey, great segue. Here you go. If you're not a part of our Discord, hop in there. Cool, bam.
So about two or three quick passes to build up the purple to get the opacity I'm looking for. As per the usual. This guy is really creepy.
He's got a lot of pus.
A lot of work done?
He's had something done.
There's a lot of work done.
I thought it was a candle for a second. Like candle wax. But
it looks like candle wax, which is
not.
probably when you go to the doctor. You probably should have gone to the doctor long before your friends started saying, "You're looking a little waxy today."
Yes, Lumberjack, I did see your Witch in the Whip channel. It's dope. Great job. That Chai Cat says, thank you for priming on stream. Super helpful to see. Actually, there's been a couple people who are asking that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you're noticing, like, I just build it up in 2 or 3 coats. So the first coat is not supposed to give you opacity. The first coat's just, in this case, going to turn the gray plastic or resin a little bit purple. And then we darken it up layer by layer.
Do you wait in between layers or not really?
I mean, you know, the weight is like, okay, so if I spray here on the back, then I go and I spray the rest of the model. And by the time I get a coat on, you know, a light coat on the rest of the model, then I come back around to that area. That's how long I wait.
Yeah.
I don't stop spraying, really, if that's what you're asking. People are like, I ain't got time for that. I'm like, well, I don't ever really stop the airbrush. I just am focused on other parts of the model. And because we're putting on such thin layers, the other parts of the model dry pretty quick. Okay. And that'll make you build up a good, tough amount of primer and avoid all the issues that come along with piling on one coat really thick, because then that skin dries. The primer at the bottom surface layer doesn't dry as fast as the upper surface of primer. And then it gets trapped and it winds up skating along and doesn't actually cure fully, and it causes you all sorts of problems. So,
I don't know why that little yell brings me so much joy. Travel Sector, Chris, your trolls look great. Thank you. It was quick, and I was very afraid that they were looking like giant babies, because they were too pink. So I ended up doing a light filter of brown over them all, essentially. That was a super quick workup. That took me a day or 2 nights of painting. I went very quick on them. Stan saying, Jason, which do you prefer, pistol grip or normal style? I prefer pistol grip, much more comfy.
The pistol grip is much more ergonomic. But it's what I painted with for years. And you know what's funny is that the pistol grip needed to be cleaned really bad.
And you just did that.
And we put 2 of the XGs out here, and they just never, it just sat in the thing after I cleaned it, because we had the other ones here and I was using them. And I just never go back, because I'm equally as comfortable with either one. So it doesn't really matter to me.
I've never seen.
But our TG is great.
I've never seen you use this since I've been here.
Since you've been at the company?
Yeah.
No way.
100%, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
I've used it on stream with you producing.
No. Nope.
Really?
Not once. That's why I was genuinely surprised when you picked this up. I have no idea where you got this.
It's literally right here.
I just didn't see it. What's up, Jade?
Red oxide. Shh, don't tell nobody.
So I got my dad another German tank for his birthday. And he's been really liking the red oxide.
Top down, zenithal style highlight here.
Baldman's asking, do you put any agitators in the big primer bottles?
Yep. They each come with one, just like our normal paints. All of our paints come with agitators.
Old Gamer says,
we started that trend, by the way. I feel like I need to do that now that everybody else is doing the same thing.
What, putting agitators in? And ours are glass, by the way.
Yeah, glass, not steel.
Old Gamer says, I want to paint some Space Wolves a bit darker for a kind of grim dark setting. Which colors would you recommend me for that? I was looking at using Payne's Gray, blue, black, dark blue, and dark gray blue. But there's also a blue gray in the Wizard's Butt set. Or do I make a mistake using these colors together? Question mark. Looking for a grim dark Space Wolves workup.
And what would the base color be out of all that, Chris?
I was looking to use Payne's Gray, blue, black, dark blue, and dark gray blue.
I don't think you need the blue-black in that equation.
Because the Payne's Gray does that for you?
Well, you got to pick one, the dark blue or the blue-black. because they're going to be fighting one another. So that's the only thing that I would say you might need to look at and get rid of one of them. I would the blue black is a good desaturated blue gray. The dark gray blue is good. Like, do you have this all listed so where I can read it?
Yeah. Boop boop boop.
Payne's gray, dark gray blue, or okay. Use Payne's gray, blue black, dark gray blue. Those are all too close. Pick two. Payne's gray base, dark gray blue. Payne's gray base, blue black. Payne's gray base, dark blue isn't going to work for Space Wolves. Is going to be blue. So I think I would probably do the Payne's gray and probably blue black over that, because the blue black is actually going to be more desaturated blue than any of the rest of those. Then you could start adding in gray blue to the blue black if you wanted to, or white blue into the blue black, like I do my non-metallic steel a lot of times. Would look cool.
Flapjack.
Those are good colors, but remember, when you're working up your colors in general, you want to make sure that you're not using too many colors that are the same value. And the blue black, dark blue are all in that same value range. So pick one of those, and I think you're fine.
Papa Chicken says, despite my best efforts, I
Purple Shadow.
I can't come up with a dad joke today. I'm sorry to have failed you. You're actually fired. That was my gavel.
As opposed to the not actually fired other times you fire him?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Flapjack says, more like Stench Crusade. These guys stink. Just kidding. The game is actually pretty fun. Hey, Flapjack, thanks, man.
I don't care a lick about the game. I am just rule of cooling some models. I just have a varied group of models that I put together out of the thing. I'm very disappointed, unfortunately, with the quality of the models we got delivered.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think the company that was printing all their models was overwhelmed because the print quality is horrible. They had no packaging. They were just thrown into bubble wrap envelopes and shoved in a box together, so tons of them are broken, bent, broken, unlabeled, so you don't know what any of the little pouches are.
Sounds like my first marriage.
The disaster part or in unlabeled packages?
Both. That's okay. I'm happily unmarried. Sigh. Jason.
Oh, les sigh. Was that Pepe Le Pew?
Les sigh. Baldman says, Jason, when I go to visit HQ, can I fire Chris for the day and take over the seat? Baldman, too late. You're fired.
$1.2 million, and you can produce a day at Monument Hobbies.
Your number has been very precise today. And
$1.2 million.
If you guys want any question answered, which we already answer all your questions for free, so.
Well, no, I don't. Like, I meant anything. Like personal questions, deep dive, whatever you want. $1.2 million. And I'll answer all of them. Not per question, but all of them.
Oh, I see.
You want to know like backstory, hidden juicy drama content? $1.2 million. You got open book.
Interesting. Kruger says, I have a miniature that is holding a
Jay
shield.
Mathias, yes.
Yes, he is.
Unfortunately.
I'm holding a shield near its body, and I'm unable to paint the armor that is covered by the shield. Is there any cheat way to paint this spot?
I typically don't, because if it's so close you can't see it. So long as you can get a base tone color down there and maybe your mid-tone, then it's going to act like shadow anyway, and it probably reads right on the model. The only way to really do that and be able to do detailing behind a shield or something that a model is holding, of course, is going to be to paint it in pieces. Subassemblies, right?
We don't do that around here.
Very rarely, yeah.
I rarely subassemble.
Taupe.
Taupe? I hardly know
Taupe.
her.
I'm using all three of the new primers together.
Can you come up a little bit, Jason?
No.
Pretty please, with
No.
sugar on top. Ooh, look at that. He looks really pussy. That's all I got for you, chat.
Pussy.
I
thought
know.
You said you didn't like me saying that word.
Oh, I thought you called me hussy. What did you just call me?
What did you just call me? You hussy.
Jason's been mocking me a lot today in the office. It's been interesting to experience.
Now you know how it feels.
I don't mock you.
Do.
Well, that would be if you actually said that. Ooh, let me punch in because that's what Jason's about to ask me. That's cool. Ooh, look at this. That arm thing.
Yeah.
Very mystical. Ooh. Bald man, I mock chat. I don't mock chat.
He mocks everybody all the time.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
Kruger says, what makes one airbrush better than a cheap one?
Fit and finish, the way they're built. Cheaper airbrushes typically don't last as long, or as they last, they wear out and you start having to use them differently. You'll notice that pulling back on the trigger harder to get paint and that kind of stuff. So what I'm doing here is trying to create a red mid-tone on the flesh with purple shadow. Right?
That's cool.
And then the taupe highlight.
Taupe. Carl Duty. About to start painting Beastman from
Did you just say Carl of Duty?
No, Carl Duty.
I want that to be Carl of Duty so bad.
I don't know if that was your intention, Carl Duty, but that's
I really want your
Carl
name to be
Duty.
Carl of Duty. Spelled exactly the way it is. I need you to go handle that for me.
Carl Duty's asking, about to start painting Beastman from He-Man.
Huh?
For orange skin, would you recommend starting with orange oxide or burnt orange?
Burnt orange.
Oh, why?
Shadow.
I guess that's true. Orange oxide is brighter.
Yep. Yeah, I usually go, you'll learn today, like I generally go very dark with my base layers so that I can do exactly what we're talking about. I can create my shadow color straight from the beginning. And then I build my highlights up over my shadow. That's my style.
That's his 2 cents. Papa Chicken says, Jason.
Sir, yes, sir.
Do you remember that time when Chris...
Never.
Walking
you
in
haven't paid
saying,
me $1.2 million, so I'm not talking about that.
And started spouting all these sentences. What? Papa Chicken, I don't say that stuff. That's not me.
He's the only one in the office that actually says that stuff. So.
No. I don't say that stuff. I'm a man of few words outside of stream. What was that?
Sorry, I had to hold back, stifle my laughter. Man of few words.
Stifle your laughter?
Mr. Man of few words.
Apparently I react, so I disagree. Black Bladder says, I'm in a bit of a bind. Having a painting competition. Mm-hmm. What can I use as a plinth to substitute? Ooh, a plinth.
As a plinth substitute, not to substitute. A plinth substitute.
Oh.
Do you can make your own plinth out of like insulation foam. You can cut insulation foam into a shape and place a model on it. You'll need to obviously use basing textures and stuff to seal it. But, we used to make game tables out of insulation foam, the kind of pink foam that comes in hard squares or rectangles at the hardware store. That's an easy way to do it. I have cut off 4x4 lumber. If you can get scrap lumber at the hardware store and just cut your own.
And if you're in a bind, if you're at a painting competition, I don't know.
You're at it right now, then there is no plinths up there.
That would be tough.
Right? But yeah, your rattle can lid, anything that's that shape could be used. You just have to make sure that you then paint it, right? So that it doesn't just look like a rattle can lid, unless that was part of the story you were trying to tell. You can make it something funny and, kitschy by having your model sitting on a primer lid.
Kruger says, last question. Why I never see pro painters like you to use washes?
We use washes all the time.
Yeah, Jason uses washes all the time, Kruger.
I'm going to use a bunch of wash-like product today. Oh, what?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, Christopher?
What do you mean, use like product white? Who?
Use you? Excuse me?
We did, Mo. We did use them. We use them. The point of that, Kruger, is that it's just another tool.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you less of a pro, in quotes, if you use a wash.
No.
It's just a tool that a hammer in a artist's hand is going to do art. Right?
Yeah, I think that, I think that washes tend to get used more liberally when you're new. So you will use them as your shade and then as filters for color. You'll use a lot more wash as you start out because they have a great effect. And then as you find your own style and learn new techniques, you find ways to paint your shadows in without needing a wash. And then the wash just becomes something that you use as a filter that you add and it helps you along. And that's the way it is with me. Filters are when you place a low opacity color over your base coat so that they show through that color and give you a blended color, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so that's all that means. And washes are just another kind of filter. So we use them all the time. All the time.
One more time.
That is not what I said.
All the time.
That's what I said. This guy here.
Oh, let me go back to the
this freaking guy.
Chuck's Flapjack. What did Flapjack say? I'm going back. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. I make cylinders in Blender and 3D print them. Okay. That's pretty good.
You can. I mean, if you have a 3D printer, a lot of people make plinths in 3D. If you have the time to print out your own, then there's a bunch. The one that we have the Guardian on was 3D printed. Yeah. So, but you can use household items, like believe it or not, like our brush goop tin, if you took the sticker off, sealed, it did a seal around here to get rid of the line. You could put a miniature on top of here and then put like basing material around it and then paint it. And now you have a plinth, right? You could imagine boom, a mini could go on top of this and it could be a plinth.
Yeah. Hey.
You have a lot of things in your house that would work.
That's a great idea.
You just have to know to, how are you going to seal the lid where the lid goes on that crack? How are you going to get that crack? You can do it with super glue. You can do it with epoxy putty, all sorts of stuff.
TK says, Jason, can you clarify? You suggest an airbrush 2 to 3 coats of primer? ?
Yeah, always. 3 generally is your starting point. Any kind of primer, rattle can, anytime you're priming, you have to do it in multiple coats. One light coat, followed by another light coat, followed by the finish coat. And that finish coat, and depending on the size of the model, you might have more coats. Your first coat needs to just barely tint the color of model. If the model's gray, then the gray becomes grayish, whatever color primer, black, purple, like we did here. Then your second coat starts filling in more and locks into the first coat. And then the third coat fills all the gaps. So it puts the color everywhere so that you have full coverage. And what that does is it creates a sandwich of layers that get a chance to dry on their own. So that first layer is thin and it gets to adhere to the substrate, the plastic or resin or metal. And then the second layer goes and locks onto that, right? And the open areas of plastic, resin, or metal. And then the third layer just coats it all in, right? Now you've got a really good, strong bond. They don't prime cars in one go. Nobody that uses primer for anything primes in one go. You just don't. You put multiple coats on generally.
Or if you're Chris, you do it in 1, maybe 2, and then miss a spot.
That's Chris. That is typical Chris right there. That is Chris being typical Chris.
I'm sorry. My prime jobs are normally like me having to pull a baby out of a burning fire. Chris, we need to prime this. Da-da!
A baby out of a burning fire.
We need to prime this immediately. Oh, no. And then I act fast. And I prime. That's why I miss. Black Bladder says, for wood, is this regular acrylic paint okay? Or do I need something heavier?
Yeah, regular acrylic paint works great. It'll eat more paint up because wood is very porous. So it'll probably take more. In order to paint wood, I typically use cheap craft store paint.
Oh, I already like what you're doing here. I already like it. I already like it, Jason.
Top to bottom. Dry brush.
Question, how do I put the raw... Oh, you're talking about bus. Weird question regarding bus since I bought some from you guys recently. How do I put the rod in? Where do I get those to put on a plinth? Oh, you're talking about like the wire that Jason uses.
Yeah.
What is that wire, Jason?
It is floral wire. You can get it at your hobby store, like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, things like that. Go to the section where people make fake plants and flowers.
Okay.
and they will have floral wire, like aluminum. The stuff that I use is actually armature wire, but you can get floral wire too, and the floral wire at the store will be in winding, and you can get it either without the cover, or sometimes they have the wire with the cover that has like the green wrap on it, so it acts like a stem for your flower. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what that is. Floral wire is the best way to do it. And then just get a drill bit and drill a hole. Drill a hole in your cork and in your model, and insert into base and model.
No, Mo, I don't miss half the model intentionally. I'm pretty good at priming, I would say. I would give myself an 8 out of 10, and I'm a harsh 10 guy, right? Somebody asked me to rate something 1 out of 10. 10 is like you are godlike perfect. So I'm just saying. So if I give a 6, that's pretty dang good in my book. So what are you doing here, Jason?
Dry brushing.
Is this to prep for something? Or
I'm just doing a little bit more of a bright highlight on here.
Is that
on the upper edges?
White blue you're using?
No, this is bright ivory.
Oh, bright ivory. Okay.
The taupe gives me a really nice base over the red and the purple. I love the way the colors interact, but it's not bright enough for what I'm planning on doing.
I would love to put a magenta wash over this.
Right.
This part is very satisfying. Man, it's a weird looking model.
Yeah, all the details, once they start popping out, you're like, what
that's what
am
I'm saying.
I
Like,
looking
I'm starting
at?
to see this model and what it actually is now, right? The Amazing Sauce says, can you give me some advice on how I would use transparent white to create plasma glow for plasma guns?
Yeah, I mean, you basically have the first thing I do is paint the plasma area, with the plasma coils. I paint that usually white using titanium white.
Okay.
Then I use the transparent white through the airbrush to create a glow around that area. You can also just glaze it on with a regular brush if you're more comfortable or don't have access to an airbrush. But the airbrush is going to make that really easy to do. And then go to town, right? You make the glow area with the transparent white, and then you put a color on it, whatever the plasma glow color is, and then use the transparent white over the top of that to brighten it up for the next layer of color and next layer of color, and use as many layers of color as you need to get it to look the way you want it to look. We're going to do some of that with a plasma gun here pretty soon. Mm-hmm. Not today, but...
Oh, Jason, I have a plasma gun we could do.
I have a lot of them, thanks, though.
No, I don't know if you have this one, though. We call this a plasma annihilator.
Yeah, I have a lot of those.
But do you have the big one?
Oh, I have all of them.
Do you have the Titan one?
I have all of them. Yeah.
I don't think you have a Titan one.
I have the one for the Warlord Titan.
No.
I have the one for the Reaver Titan.
No.
I have all that stuff. I got all that crap. There you go. Boom. Done. Thanks for joining me today, Chet. Our job here is finished.
Okay, so I know the floral wire is great for Space Marine heads, right? But what about the bigger busts, like the Mineworks one?
Floral wire comes in all sizes, all gauges. That's why I say go there. You'll find skinny stuff. You'll find thick stuff. I mean, they make floral wire that's big enough in gauge to be the stem for like a bundle of roses.
It's big.
So go there, and you can get any gauge you need. The thin stuff is great for smaller heads. It's like, but paper clips I use for small stuff. Paper clips are great for pinning and for mounting stuff. And then I don't think they make big enough paper clips for large busts. But I'll show you. The stuff that I use is this. And it's aluminum armature wire.
I love this stuff.
Right.
I used some of it yesterday for those Space Marine heads.
So, and I have it in multiple gauges. This is the thick stuff I use for my bigger busts.
Oh, maybe
and you just cut it, drill a hole, and you're fine. But it's aluminum, so it's easy to bend. But it has a really good shear strength. It doesn't crack too easy. This is actually from a company that supplies like clays and stuff for sculpting, because this is the kind of raw aluminum wire you would use when making armatures for sculpting miniatures. But floral wire is the same. It may just come wrapped with paper or something. You don't care at that point. Okay. Okay, chat.
Sark says, is there a good way to revive a transparent white bottle? I went to use mine last night. It became rather lumpy.
No, it's zinc oxide in there. So if it's lumpy, the chances are that you need to get a new bottle. So you can contact support if you bought it recently, but if it's old, that's kind of one of the hazards of that zinc pigment that we use in there.
So, Jason,
yeah,
walk me through what you're going to do right now. Like, so give me a little bit of what you did to this model already to prep it for what you're doing.
So we started with a prime of dark purple.
Mm-hmm.
Then we used the red oxide primer over the top of that, and a 10 o'clock zenithal, meaning that we would hold the airbrush at like 10 or 2, and then we would rotate them all around. So you notice how the red got down further, right, and just pushed the purple into the deepest shadows. And then we went with the taupe at more of like a 12-30. I don't ever do things straight up and down, but just cant it off a little bit and then rotate it around. So that this one really only got, down a little ways. And then I dry brush to pick out the details, and I dry brush with bright ivory. So I've got now an undertone of dark purple, red oxide, and taupe, and then a bright ivory highlight over the top of that, because I'm going to use some forbidden paints to...
what do you mean forbidden paints?
Paints that are forbidden to use. I'm going to be doing some testing, and you guys are going to come along for the ride, whether you like it or not. That's what's happening here. But I need to figure out what colors I want to use for...
Now, can I jealously ask for something?
No.
Can you use some greens on that?
I'm going to be using green, yeah.
On the cloth?
The skin. The skin is going to start with green, and then we're going to work it up to like a buboed kind of plague-ridden flesh.
Oh, Gandalf.
But I want to do this skirt first, and I got to figure out what color I want to do the skirt in.
Can you come down a little bit?
I really think like a blood red would be neat, but I don't know that that's going to work well. So I think maybe a brown.
White? Oh, okay. Oh, the red would be cool though.
I'm going to do brown.
Okay. That works too. Yeah. What kind of brown? Forbidden paints. Yeah, you all get ready.
Yeah, it's a warm brown. Yeah, exactly. TK421. We're going to use a warm brown over here. It's a warm brown. There you go. You can see it. Ta-da.
Pretty cold weather up here in the north. Should I use to set up my basement to my... Okay, you're asking if you should use your spray primer inside rather than outside.
You can, but you can also spray outside. Depending on the primers, they generally, as long as the can is at a good room temperature, you shouldn't have too much problem.
Walk us through this.
You put a lot of material on the brush, and then you slop it on.
Yummy.
Making sure that my brush stroke when using these kinds of paints always follows a path of direction that I want the texture in the cloth in this case to go with. So I'm going downward from the hip area to the hem or the...
And what about the water on your...
Quite a bit. It's a number 6, so I put a lot of water into the paint on the palette here, and then I'm just kind of letting it load. I'm not wicking anything off, because the power of these paints, much like a wash, is when they are very, very fluid, but I don't want them to puddle.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to make sure I can continue to move it around on the model so that I avoid any big pileup of color.
How do you generally do that?
What do you mean, how do you generally do it?
I guess walk me through how to make things not puddle.
Well, it's really about hitting it high and then moving the pigment to the end of the brushstroke. Don't leave it anywhere in the middle. So touch it up here and then make sure you're using the pressure of the brush to drag all that wetness down to the bottom. And then you're going to leave it along the way. And if it puddles anywhere, it puddles up around the base, right? Where it doesn't matter, because you're going to paint over it.
Wire says, these kinds of paints in question mark, in quotes. What kind would that be, Jason?
Well, I mean, these kind.
Oh, there you go.
Right? I don't understand the question.
These are these paints. Wired. Oh, is it a little burr?
Piece of support.
Oh.
On there. That, of course, won't come off now. There we go.
Peak says, do you have any tips for making armor panels feel more metal or giving them more armory look outside weathering?
Make them look more metal.
Or giving them more armory look outside weathering.
Side of weathering. So the way you make a thing look metal is to give it a little bit of shine along the edges, right? Make it look like a hard material. Hard materials tend to have more highlight and shine along their edges. So a high contrast edge highlight can do the job, but you got to be careful, right? You don't want to make it like black and white. But that's one way to make something feel a bit more like metal and not have to weather it. You know, when I hear you say you don't want to weather it, it's more like if it were brand new. You know, maybe a car or you know, a better armor on a Space Marine that isn't, you know, seen combat yet or something like that. And I just paint them in a way that gives more shine. Give me a minute. Let me finish this.
Yeah.
When using these paints, you have to make sure you don't leave, like, you can't just stop.
Yeah.
And leave paint in an open area, you know, because it can stain. And then when you come back, it'll have a hard edge where you don't want it.
Oh, Awkwardish, thank you for that raid. Welcome in, Raiders.
The Panda Raid.
Awkwardish. Thank you so much.
Welcome, everybody.
You're the best. Jason, what are you doing today?
I'm painting.
For all the Raiders.
I'm painting.
How about
I just told you
that, chat? Are you surprised that we're painting? If you're surprised, you haven't been here yet. We paint Monday through Friday.
He's just derailed himself.
2
to 4.
2 to 4 p.m. Monument Standard Time. Awkwardish, one of our monumentals. Thank you, Awkwardish. We appreciate you. Amelia's saying, well, how about the tiny areas like belts and stuff for when using these kinds of paints?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I need a little bit more clarification on that, Amelia.
What are you asking about for smaller areas?
Are you talking about pooling? I think that's what you maybe be talking about. Like pooling?
Oh, that looks so good.
Like how to avoid pooling?
Those areas you just use, you will kind of wick material off of the brush so there's not as much wetness. Like this little area that I'm doing here, right? I've got to be able to get in here and make sure that I don't have paint run everywhere. You could use a smaller brush than you do for the main areas. You know, I'm using a number 6, and I'm going to get paint into areas next to the ones I really mean to because the brush is so big, and I'm trying to play operation and get it in here.
What color is that jewelry going to be?
Gold, I think.
Gold!
But like a really green tarnished gold, maybe.
Oh.
Depends on how the skin comes out. I won't do this until I see the skin.
Amelia says, like the belt on the waist. Yes, where do I want my brushstroke to end? Oh, okay.
Just one edge, and I typically start with my color from the bright spot and move downward towards the shade. So like right up here in this area, I'll start up by the waistline and then just keep pushing pigment downwards or, you know, to the spot where it'll end. That makes sure that when using a dark color like this brown that I'm doing, that the pigment builds up where you want it to in a shaded area anyway. So that helps a lot. You don't have to just slop these colors on. If you're in tight details, then you probably aren't in an area where it matters. There's not going to be a lot of raised detail for this to really pick up on and provide contrast. So you can kind of treat it more like a regular paint. You know, like right in here, I can just use the brush and kind of paint it on.
And he's using a number 6, Amelia.
Yeah.
And then Derp6 says, what TC model is this? What's it called? We don't know, do we, Jason?
I don't know.
It's the stinky one.
One of the plague.
They didn't really come labeled, I don't think.
The black chalice or something like that.
The black chalice. He's very bubbly. That's what I'm going with, not pussy.
He's got two little dudes
Yuck.
with him too, and one of them is like drinking the pus that falls off of his back. One of them's catching the pus in a that's dripping, and the other one's already caught a bunch and is drinking it out of a dish. It's disgusting.
Actually, says Lord of Tumors.
Lord of Tumors. That's
Lord
exactly
of Tumors?
what it is.
Ew.
That's
Ew.
exactly what it is.
Gross.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, I am the Lord of Tumors.
Exactly.
How now, brown cow?
Where does chocolate milk come from?
Ew. Oh, from my pustule. Gross. But also delicious. Welcome in, everybody. We're so glad you are tuning in to our stream in particular today. We're painting some Trench Crusade. Jason, what are you using on this thing, though? That was a trick question. He won't answer.
Paint?
Son of a gun. I knew it.
I'm using paint.
Mr. President, we got him. Geek says, what about the large flat surfaces? I mentioned weathering because that gives them more depth, like the small dents and some texture. But let's say pristine armor looks weird, especially if it's not raw metal color like steel. I guess I want to ask how to add a more metallic texture to these parts.
Okay.
For the vehicle weathering bit.
Let me...
We'll get to that question here in a little bit.
I think I've got my brown done. I want to make sure I've got all my areas with the cloth.
It's a brownish, reddish, cool looking.
It's warm brown. It's basically our warm brown. But it's a different kind of paint that you haven't seen from us yet.
And that's in quotes, chat.
Gandalf.
I like that he said.
I don't like that he did that.
No, I said I like that you did that.
Oh, okay.
I said I like that you said that.
Wow, that looks really good.
Jason.
That looks really good.
This
that
makes
red,
me...
the red and the purple and everything made that just...
This
just,
makes me... this
makes
me want to paint, Jason.
Huh?
This makes me want to paint.
Well, there you go.
Because you get a dry brush or something over that? Oh!
Yeah, we'll probably dry brush and then do like maybe another color and see. I'm testing. So these are paints that we're testing. So these are actual colors that will be in the first set. So that warm brown is one.
What?
Very nice.
How many? What?
I have all the colors here.
All of them?
Well, no, I've got to redo with the red. I don't like the red. The red's too bright. I would never use the red in the brightness that it is. So.
Why? Show us. No, I get it.
So from an armor standpoint, like on this tank,
yeah,
not quite pristine. The way that I've airbrushed it, right, gives me the ability to build in a shadow. So all of this green is airbrushed.
Okay.
It started with a black-brown primer, then it went to dark camo green, and then camo green and faded green, right? And I just pull the airbrushing to kind of modulate my color into what I call panel modulation. So the panel is highlighted. Each individual area panel is highlighted differently. That gives you the feel of it's metal, right? And then a hard edge.
Yeah.
Right. And then you can, on top of that, you can then go in and weather that however you want.
Yeah.
Right. And the weathering on big wide open panels, I usually give little texture like paint chips and stuff. But this doesn't look any less metal. This just looks cleaner. Still used, but cleaner. And this looks beat up and put to its paces.
Yep.
So that's where I start with my explanation. And then you have to tell me, like, where are you in between that, right? Can you pop in really close?
Yeah.
If you pop in really close, you see we've painted chips and scratches and
dings and doots,
rusty bits, like where the paint is rubbed off of the toes down here, but still have an edge highlight that gives it that shine of a harder surface. Then over on this side, we just have the edge highlight. And then I think we did a little bit of chipping. I think we went over and did the sponge chipping, but I never went back and highlighted it on the whole model.
Yeah.
Right. So this just gives the idea of a little bit more. It's a little dirty still, but you can see areas like this piston here is pretty clean. I still just highlight it like I would a normal shape, but with that brighter contrast on the edge, so it has a brighter shine to it, which makes it look like metal. That's the way metal acts that is different than other things, is its reflectivity. Harder surfaces, not just metal, but hard surfaces, solid surfaces, reflect more along the edge. Unless, of course, they're painted matte or have some coating to them. So hopefully that helps. If that was what you were asking.
Can I ask how you give the cloth parts texture?
How you give the cloth parts texture?
Yeah, Amelia, are you asking on this model right here?
Like when painting cloth?
Yeah, maybe. I think that's what you're asking, Amelia. I don't like smooth capes. I'm practicing painting on them. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
Right. So, like being able to go in and like on leather, I give it a lot of extra brush strokes and texture there. If I want the flag to be smooth, I don't give it as much. I tend to break my textures up based on what it is that we're painting. But like this leather, I give it a lot of scratches and undulating kind of, so it looks like it has a rough hide to it when that's actually smooth plastic on there, right? So painting, basically freehanding your texture can be a big thing to do. You can do scritches. Where have I done? What were we just painting?
Oh, you were painting him.
This guy. Right? So zoom in close and you can see I've just did some really quick cross hatching.
Yeah.
Right? Where I do lines and then do close to perpendicular lines, and that gives it kind of a threadbare look. This is all just, again, smooth resin.
Yeah.
But by doing that cross hatching, it makes it break up and feel like, there's a little bit of roughness to it. So you can create texture with your brushstroke that way, and this is just very fast. And then again, with the leather, I just do kind of stippling to give it that, and a little bit more contrast on the highlight to make it look like it's, again, harder and polished by the oil and the rubbing on it and things like that. So, it's really using your brushstrokes to create texture in whatever way you need to, whether it's on the skin or, the striations on the teeth or the fabric or whatever. Your brushstroke is your best tool to make things look like the material you want them to look like.
You need the airbrush?
No, not right now. Holy, that looks great. Look at how there's no pooling of color. It just works.
I want to see what you do with this.
It just works. That's the next color.
Oh my gosh,
I'm going for it, Chet. I'm doing it. This is dark yellow green.
What? You have a what? You have a dark yellow green one of these? Son of a... Oh, I want to try.
I just do what I'm told over here, Chris. I just make cool stuff.
Sorry. I turned my mic off, but I turned it back on because of the airbrush thing. How many hoo, it's coming, Jet. Here we go.
Brush a little water into it just because I want to thin it down.
Dark yellow green.
Another brush a little water into it.
Have I snapped finally, Avian? Absolutely, my man. Show us the power.
Okay. Are we ready?
I hope so.
We're just going to start, up here.
Ooh. Yummy. Oh, shoot. Son of a gun. This is like my favorite color, just in general, like what you're doing, like in the world. This is my favorite color.
It's the color of your car almost.
Yeah, I love green. Green is my favorite. Trees, they make you fart. This is great. I love this, man. Sorry, I'm excited, chat. That's dope, dude. Good for you. That is awesome. Hey, thank you. Wow. That's a green boy, Jason. Wait, did you thin that one down, says Wanderer.
Yeah, I mean, I put 2 brush loads of water into it.
Oh, you can do so much with this.
You don't have to use any special medium with ours. We do have a medium for it, though, so you can turn any of your other Pro Acrylic colors into this type of paint that remains to be...
Magic and prunes.
Magic and prunes.
That's what the name of this is, by the way. Magic and
prunes.
This
is Pro Acrylic Magic and Prunes. Yeah, we think we have a game changer here because it is a paint that I love using. Not that I'm the de facto standard, but I don't use any type of speed paints because I feel very confident with filtering with normal acrylics.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've never had to reach outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that they don't have a really good place in the painting journey, especially for newer painters.
Yeah.
To be able to feel very confident. Good gosh, look at that contrast.
I like it.
It's working really well with the red oxide too.
Little Billy says, "Did I just hear you say you're making a contrast medium to go with the new paints?" ?
Yes, it'll come out at the same time as the first set does.
It will?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, the medium and 12 colors are going to be coming at Adepticon.
What?
That's our goal.
This color makes me want to paint, chat. Moss on all my rocks. I love this color. Amelia is asking, what paint is this?
Chat, let them know. This is the forbidden fruit.
We don't talk about it. Procryl Dark Neutral Prune win.
Dark Neutral Prune.
That's in my signature set. Roadside Miniatures. Ooh, and we're going to be at Adepticon. I see new paints in my future.
They are amazing. We're still working through some of the technical issues with them, just getting them right like we normally do, taking it through all of the back channel tests that we do with our formulas before we release. So there's still, a chance that things need more work, but right now I'm feeling really good with them.
Everything about this makes me want this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I like it.
I do. I want this. I want this green in my life. I could see myself.
It has a good fluidity to it. It dries matte.
Yeah.
As you can see from the brown, you don't get a shine on it.
Yep.
That's one of my biggest problems with these kinds of paints.
Kind of Old Gamer. Old Gamer saying, "Is this a speed paint?" ?
Yes. I'll just say it. I'll just come out and say it. Yes, it is our version of what the industry has created as speed paints.
Oh, man.
That I have always said that I do not believe have a high enough value for us to create one because they don't transfer well in your own painting journey, meaning that once you are done just being a beginner, you have to then go learn so much more about painting and build up so much confidence before you can come back and use them for glazes like you see a lot of, quote unquote pro painters doing, right? They don't have a good middle ground to them. They're great when you're starting out, slop them over a slap chop job, but I don't want to release a paint that loses value to you as you learn and grow. I want you to be able to use it every time you sit down at your desk, that there can be a good reason for you to pick up any paint you buy from us. And so that's what we've done here, is created a paint that I will use, right? That I will actually put into my process and base coat with, like we're doing here. That's why we're testing it right here. And this is absolutely freaking phenomenal, by the way.
And what about the drying time, Jason? How long does this dry?
I mean, you're seeing, look at the brown.
Somebody was asking. So pretty, within minutes.
Yeah. Now, for full cure, like any acrylic, I would say you're 24 hours before you really want to stick tape over it and start airbrushing, hazard stripes or something. You probably want to give it a day to cure. Probably a little bit. These are a different resin, so you want to, be cautious as you do that.
Amelia, we're not going to tell you the name, and Mo is asking, hey, and the name? We're not
telling the marketed name about it yet. Our competition watches our streams, and I guarantee they'd go trademark it in our other markets. We're not doing that. We're not doing
I
that.
meant to compare to other brands and the way they're advertising for things like blending. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they have a good open time to them, but it's not extreme. It's a little bit longer than our normal paints, but these blend phenomenally. So you can, if you're taking your time, you can add another coat and you can blend. You can mix them together very nicely. You can mix them with other colors. You'll start seeing more and more of them on the stream as we get the colors locked in, as I start to do more testing.
And he's just using water. There's no medium.
Just water. We have a medium, and you can thin it with the medium. Thinning it with the medium keeps it at the same viscosity that they are naturally. So there's a good reason to do that. I prefer to do with water so that I'm diluting my color and making it flow a little bit more rapidly, right? They're not ultra thick, but they are thicker than what you see me using here straight out of the bottle. So
Ross says, fun, win-win agility paints.
No, we don't let Chris name products, it turns out.
What?
Didn't you name this with me? And
I
Jordan?
did.
Wasn't it the three of us?
I did.
Yeah, it was. So I'm lying. We definitely let Chris be involved in the naming.
I know the name.
Chris does know the name. He was there when we made it. It was a trio of us one night.
We were
Baby Jay,
collaborating.
me, and Chris, and we were sitting around talking about it. And
throwing around words, throwing around what this is and what that is, and we came to a really cool name.
Yeah,
I'm actually very
I really
excited
dig
about
it.
And you will definitely be told, keep an eye out for socials. It'll be big. It'll be huge. It'll be massive. It'll be fantastic. James Mathis had a question up here. Is the print quality of the Trench Crusades Mini good, or is it also bad on top of the breakage and packaging problems? I asked because mine just shipped and now I'm worried.
It's okay. The detailing is good. I mean, I'm not gonna. The model are good, right? So the sculpts are good. You know, everything's good with it like that. I think that there's, you know, as I was sitting here building them, I have my little dialogue going in my head. And it's just very apparent that when they made the models, they wanted to keep them as true to the artwork as possible, which is great.
Yeah.
Because the artwork for Trench Crusade is phenomenal, right? We had them on stream here at the very beginning of their Kickstarter, and love those guys. That the stuff they've created, the world, the building that they're doing is great.
Yeah.
But you also have a responsibility to do product control and product management that takes into consideration the hobbyist, and a lot of these, the sculpt doesn't allow for the ease of detailing that you want to do when painting. There's just a lot of places where the supports have to go that then mess up the details. This one's actually pretty good. So I just think they didn't really consider the physicalized nature of the product. They kind of took advantage of the fact that they were STLs and you don't have to make multiple parts if you don't want to. You can just print them in one, but not really thinking about the impact the supports would have, because there were supports in really bad locations. I had to remove a tremendous amount of supports off of the ones that you're looking at here. Good God, this is good.
Swifter Bear says, man, y'all really make me want to paint, but I have to go make holiday bags for teachers. Hey, that sounds like a good thing you're doing, though. And you can always get back to the painting desk when you have free time and you've paid all your unpaid bills. Lapton Live says, I really like to use contrast like paint, like inks, over volumetric highlight through my airbrush. Can you use them like that?
Yep.
And also,
I mean, that's no different than what I'm doing here. You'd just be using your airbrush instead. I'm just doing this in detail so I can use a lot of colors in close proximity and not lose that detail.
And yes, we will be releasing the medium as well.
Yeah, the medium will come out with the first set. Not as part of the set. You'll be able to buy the medium in 120 ml bottles.
Yeah.
So you can have a lot.
The screen is dope.
Yeah,
I really like this.
It's really working.
You could do like a bright yellow green over this.
That's
or
the thing.
something.
I'm going to do yellow over the top of this.
Oh.
And then some fleshy bits, probably.
Fleshy bits.
Oh boy.
Perceptron says, did you encounter any challenges with some colors? For example, I personally find that the deep blues do not work that great as speed paints. I would love to have a good one from Monument Hobbies.
Oh, we've got a blue.
Well. If it isn't our old nemesis, the Duke.
The Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a great blue. No, I mean, there are...
do some colors just naturally have problems like that?
Well, yeah. I mean, there are pigments that don't like to work in particular resins or suspensions, so there's some chemical issues with certain pigments that you have to work over. Some pigments, don't like when you force them into being, severely matte finish. which a lot of our paint is. So, we have to look at that. But no, I mean, in general, there's not really any problems as we're going through this. It's really picking the right color and the formula in general.
Okay.
Right? Because we don't want to... I'm learning a lot as we go down this path as to why the paints on the market work the way they do.
Okay.
When you look beyond all the marketing lingo and all that, and you start looking at the technology, and you realize that, okay, there's a reason why things are made the way they are.
Okay.
Because the certain things that other companies couldn't get over, or pressures of other products. I can't really go into too much formality or too much detail on what I'm saying, but it's been a neat experience for me to kind of say, oh, now I get it. Now I see why they can't answer some of the questions I've been asking.
Yep. Call Me Moldson says, can you tell us more or less when we expect these to come out?
Our plan right now, as it stands, is to release 12 colors at Adepticon.
What a cool set that's going to be.
Yeah, and then we will be, if all goes well, we will be releasing 12 as a set for sale and have 12 to test. You'll be able to see the second set at Adepticon and play with those colors. I just don't want to commit to being able to produce all of them for sale at Adepticon. I don't think we have enough time. So there will be, some for show, some for go, as we say in the biz.
And this is the dark yellow-green?
Yeah, it's basically dark yellow-green.
Can we mix our own colors with the new medium, says Isaac.
You're going to see me do some of that.
Heck yeah, brother.
Look at that, though. Pop in real close.
Yeah.
I just want people to get an understanding of, the texture on it and stuff. I want you to look at how well it flows into all the crevices and stuff and doesn't pile up on highlight areas, right? It doesn't give you that gloopy feel. It has such a good blended feel at the end. Your highlights stay highlights. You don't get color where you didn't want color. And I'm not, you have seen me, I'm using a smaller brush and I'm painting more deliberately, but this is nothing any of you couldn't do. It just goes on. You look at the brown. Again, no staining of color. It just is all right where it needs to be. Darker where it wants to be darker, letting the purples and the reds have their effect too.
That brown is amazing.
Yeah, when we did the bag on Chewie, right? When we were doing the Star Wars Wookiees, it was just instantaneous. They were so good. Shadow Knight, no.
Okay.
They will not. They will only be available at Adepticon, and then the real release, the street date release for them will be determined on production after that. I'm not willing to give you a time hard fast. There's a chance that on the balance we would sell 12 at Adepticon, let people play with the other 12 in our demo area, and then when they go to regular retail that all 24 would be available of the first release, and then our plan is to then do an additional 24 colors next year as well. So you'd have 48 by the end of the year.
It does look like a tree. That's why I'm getting at it. I would like to do a bunch of these Sylvaneth trees that we have lying around the office with this.
We might have sets for the EU.
Oh.
I'm not promising, but we might have sets for the EU when we're at Adepticon. We're trying to make sure we do that. We're not trying to leave the EU out.
Yep.
So no guarantees. Again, it all comes down to production timing for us, right?
Yeah.
People are asking about dry time. I mean, you can look. Most of what I'm doing right here already feels pretty good. You can see the wetness in the recesses, but it's working well. Ooh, boy. Yeah, I'm a fan. Right, I would use this in my normal base coating because I could just build up highlights over this really nicely.
Well, that's what I'm thinking about, right?
Yeah, I've really been enjoying using it, so.
Tadpole Jackson says, I have complete faith in your products and I'm excited to see these come out. You long said you wouldn't make this type of product unless you can find a way to make them stand out above the current market presence. At this time, are you willing to speak on what makes this different from other speed paints?
You're looking at it. Look at the finish. Right, pop in close again?
Yeah.
I mean, that looks like we painted it with Pro-Curl.
Yeah.
There's no sheen other than where the stuff hasn't dried yet, right? You still some wetness in the deep crevices, but when we look at the brown.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
It acts like Pro-Curl paint. It gives us a finish that we love. It really has all of the capabilities, the mixing capability, blending, you name it. I'm 100% fan of it.
So Roadside says, so I'd like to file a formal complaint. I'm going to need more paint racks because of this. That's it. That's the complaint.
That's the complaint. Hey, sorry.
Hey, that's not a bad thing for the store. I'm just going to make that assumption.
Hi, sorry. I'm going to grab...
Stores hold pro... When our stores stock their Pro Acryl, you're always going to need more. People will glom on. Spread the love. Wad says, so, I'm in my server room right now at the office. I want to hit someone right in the face. Don't do that, Wad. That's illegal.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. And I legally say that.
And I legally say, don't say that.
Jason's come up with this new voice for me, and I don't know if it's good or if it's bad.
It is Chris, though, right?
What?
Nailed it.
Heck no.
Nailed it.
Belfer says, what EU events are on the list for 2026?
All of them.
We are just, man.
I know we've obviously got Spiel, SMC.
Spiel. A Schukenstein.
I can't remember them all.
Yeah. We're just trying to make it through the day. Oh. Can you move over a little bit? Oh, man. Look at that, dude. What is this that I'm looking at?
Warm yellow.
Warm yellow?
Yeah, warm yellow is the yellow we've chosen to go with.
That is a great color for Nurgle, dude. That is awesome. Yummy.
And again, just thinning it down. And I'm not worried about, setup time. I'm just going right over the top of the green. I'm just kind of speckling this around. I'm not really using it like the paint that it is.
Yeah.
But I am letting it kind of, run wherever it wants to go.
Right.
But I'm just kind of spotting it. Using it more for its filter capability here than anything. And this is something that is really where my focus has been, is making sure this is a paint where anybody out there could do exactly what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Get good results. It's not going to stain. It's going to blend really well with the green. It's just going to do everything I need it to do.
Call Me Moldson says, are you considering coming to Contrast event in Poland next year? I missed it last time.
Yeah. I loved Contrast. It was one of my favorite shows I've ever been to. Not going to lie.
Why is that?
Because it just let me be a guy that paints.
Yeah.
I know it sounds silly, but I just got to hang out and talk to people about painting. There was no gaming discussions there that I was part of. I mean, maybe some people were talking about gaming, but for me, it was just about the art. It was a lot of people who respected and enjoyed miniature art for the art side, and getting to talk to people about, hey, what inspires you when you're doing your art, and, what kind of, things do you think about? It was just great. And the questions that came out were very art focused, back towards our products, which is great. I love that, obviously. Yeah. Oh my God, this is
Lumberjack
good.
saying, how does it look straight?
What?
Are you talking about the paints themselves, Lumberjack, like without any thinning?
Yeah, how do you mean?
Perceptron, no, he did a zenithal of dark purple, red oxide, then taupe, then dry brush with bright ivory, and then did our fun win-win new paints that we're not telling you the name of, and that's where we're at right now. That's the workup. Oh, Lumberjack says the warm yellow.
How does it look without any thinning?
Or just not over the green? Yes, with Lumberjack says yes.
I don't have anything. Do I have anything zenithal like? Oh yeah, I do. Never mind. I do. I got tons. I think I got something here that probably has somewhere where I could hit it. The yellow? Maybe here? Maybe here? Let's not do him. He already has a lot of yellow on him. let's do like the trim on this shoulder blade, huh?
Yeah. Yes, Perceptron. Yep. They are color matched to other Monument Hobby paints, correct?
Yep. They may be tones and shades of those other colors, right? Because they don't have any opacifiers in them. So some of the other colors may seem a bit desaturated, even though it's the same pigment base. But they will work very well together.
Papa Chicken says, I don't have 1.2 mil. But could you tell me about a time where you took a risk or tried something weird when painting and how did it turn out?
Took a risk?
Yeah.
We do it a lot, don't we?
I think so.
How do you mean by a risk?
Yeah, like, what's a risk?
What was it? What was at risk? I guess is my question.
I did it last night with painting transparent white over a fully completed model.
Tim, is this what you were wanting to see? Is what the color was just over pure white without any thinning? That's it right out of the jar.
Nice.
We'll let it dry and show you.
Thoughts on Speedmate Metallics? Are those paints you guys will avoid? I remember Vinci V saying they're actually not a bad idea, and he uses them at times.
Yeah, we are not working on metallics right now, but the medium works great with our current metallics. So it may not be something that I actually make. It may be if the medium satiates people enough, then you just use the medium with our current metallics and call it a day. Good God, that's a good combo.
Little Billy says, what days will your sessions be at Adepticon? I might not be able to go. Oh, you said you might be able to go, but I don't think I'll be able to go for everything. Your sessions? Do you know when your sessions are going to be?
I'm only teaching one class. But we will have the booth. The plan is to have at the booth a lot of sessions that are constant. You know, like we'll be running them throughout the day, all the days. I'll be painting a lot. And we'll have guest people there. Vince is already committed to doing some stuff. We'll have some Vinci V. We're hoping to have other of our signature artists there too. So
Lab says, do you have some purple and turquoise planned for this Furch Bass? Any chance we can see them tonight?
Yeah. Yes and yes. I will just make this skin kind of crazy.
Game Delay saying, can you put a magenta on some of that green?
I do. Yeah, I can make a magenta out of the colors we have. I don't have a magenta one because you would use like a dark magenta.
You could use magenta wash.
Right. Our magenta wash would be good. Yeah. So we can put some magenta wash over this, but yeah, we'll play around with colors on it just to show you how you can do. But hopefully you're getting a feel for what the possibilities are just very quickly zoom in close on this because this is the kind of blend that I haven't even tried. I'm just putting a little bit of yellow over the top of this and look at what we're getting.
Yeah.
With no staining, no weirdness in the color. It just is a great blend. And this is what I said when somebody mentioned earlier when I said that we wouldn't make it unless it was something that I could say worked and did things that I felt like I would use in my own workup. And this is 100% something I would use in my own workup. I mean, that right there is like done.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We haven't had to do anything. This is not anything any of you wouldn't be able to do. And that it could be, this wasn't the color I was going for, this kind of a orky, super disease green, but that's super rad.
Pop Chicken, follow up on the earlier question, a time where you've never painted anything like that and had no idea what it looked like on the final project.
I mean, all the time. I don't know that I can think of anything like right out of the gates. I mean, we do it on stream all the time. I'm just kind of thinking that, like I'll go in and I'll say, you know what, let's try this. And I have no idea how it's going to turn out.
Jason plays a lot, right? So
that's what I do. I play with color because
in a way,
it's not that I never know what a color is going to look like. I do a lot of combos that I do over and over and over again. But in a lot of sense, I'm like, let's try this. It could be really cool.
It's not really a risk when you're playing, right?
No. I mean, when we did the segmented eyes on Lord Bzz, that was probably the biggest risk in the recent past was how the hell to do segmented eyes in a way that would turn out okay.
Yeah.
And that worked.
That worked out pretty dang good.
Yeah, that worked. I enjoyed that. So that was something where I'm like, I don't know how to do that. And I called Lucas, and Lucas was like, I used a template. He's like, I cheated. I used what did he call it?
Lumberjack says, I really love the way the cloth looks. It really reminds me of a McRib.
Shush.
Yikes.
It is your McRib.
Circuit Bear, right? At some time this month, would you be willing to do a limited paint stream a la the December challenge? I'm starting to struggle with my flag colors because they're all so closely related. Maybe.
A limited palette stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that. We do Arizona. Arizona is yellow, blue, and red.
Yes, but then you can use black and white like we do for the...
Because yellow, blue, and red is CMYK. So with black and white, I get every color in the rainbow.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
We have the best flag ever. We have the best flag ever.
We are also thinking about doing some OSL at some point, too.
People were asking about a turquoise, right? And purple. Purple I pulled out.
Nicholas says, I remember a rumor that you're releasing a one-coat paint in 2026. Is that true?
Yeah. I mean, one coat? That term is tough because nothing's one coat, right?
Yeah.
The paints you're seeing me use right now are meant to be, kind of the procurl into the realm of speed paint.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So with the purple, I can come
Here,
back, pop it close. Yeah. With the purple, I can come in and now I can kind of maybe focus in on some of the lower areas here around the some of this is still wet where the little buboes are, but
the buboes? Now, okay, so you're just getting them back in the shadow. Is this what is this? This is the one of the
purple.
The purple?
Yeah. This one's a purple. Again, just get it thin and poke it around. Oh, that works really well.
D-Fresh says, actually, the star of the Arizona flag is copper. Oh, that would actually be awesome. If you had to use copper, red, and blue as your limited paint challenge, that would be fun.
Like metallic copper?
Yeah.
That could be really brutal, huh?
That is brutal.
He's got a bunch of open sores on him, so I'm going to use this purple to kind of get back in those open sores and just kind of poke it in there.
Papa Nurgle gives many gifts. Oh, it looks so very dark. Love that. Says Lap. Lapton Live? Is it Lapton?
This is like a dark. This color is like a dark royal purple.
Okay. Oh, yeah. This makes me want to buy some Nurgle models and paint them. Oh, they got Nurgle models coming out.
Yeah, they do. Some really good ones, too.
Dude, the Festus one, the Lord Festus, love that model. No free pub for them. They make good stuff, though. Like Lord Festus. Oh, yeah, I could get down and dirty with these this paint. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Darkwater actually looks amazing. Yes, I love the Nurgle models. Those two demons with the 3 heads. Love those. Love these paints. Jason's the ultimate tease. Isn't that right, Jason?
I like I pride myself on that, actually.
Yes, that's me.
I pride myself on the teasing. I just, I always say this, and this is never a lie. I am you guys. I'm just on this side of the screen.
We are
Everything I make is freaking for the fun of it, right? Now, we have to make money. We're a business. So true. I also make stuff hoping that you guys like it as much as I do.
This is true.
So that it keeps us in business. But at the end of the day, the reality here is that I'm excited and excitable about new, really cool hobby stuff. And especially when it has our name attached to it, because then it's like, oh, geez, look what we did.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, just wait till you see this. I'm going to try something here. I'm just going to kind of do this area real quick and sloppy. And then use my finger to blend it. Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Can you come down a little bit? Oh, yeah. That's dark, but beautiful.
Yeah, this is the color.
Oh, shoot. My name is Jason, and I get to use these fun win-win paints, and you don't yet. That's what he says. I'm going to come in here late at night and start painting. He won't even know.
Oh, well, no.
Oh, he actually will know. Or will he? I'll cut the wires.
I have alarms on everything.
I'll cut the wires. I'm not afraid.
I put a piece of string and tape across the door.
Oh. That's how you do it?
Yeah.
I was wondering about that tape. Avian says, I have a request.
No.
When Jason teases us with a new product, can you play a non-copyright Buster music in the... No! Avian, here's what I'll say about Jason teasing us. He's allowed. He is you. We are you. We are you. I am you. Jason's you. We, the people, are using this paint immediately right now.
I will tell you that other than just tracing lines in here and smudging it with my finger if I get outside them, this is not... I hope that you're being able to see I'm not really doing anything tough. Picking the spots to put stuff. And now that I know that the finger smudge works really, really well, that gives me a lot of freedom. Use this to push a little bit more of that purple shadow into the arm here. And unlike our dark purple primer, this purple's got a lot of red in it, so it starts giving us that flush. Can you pop me in closer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet heavens. Oh, my.
It's the Murgatroyd.
Once that starts to dry, that's all kinds of sassy.
It's all kinds of sassy.
Look at that. That's awesome. What are you talking about? Pay me my money. Take it. That's great. Little Billy says these paints are going to make army painting so easy. Oh, dude, Nurgle, forget about it.
Well, this is just one thing. I mean, this is just one aspect of it. I think that you guys can probably see just by the way, hopefully you can see this by the way the paint works, that I just opened up a whole world for you to start using these. And this is exactly what I was meaning by there's nothing here that a beginner couldn't do. And that as you move into more intermediate painting, you wouldn't appreciate being able to do too.
Yeah.
Right? Because I can see this being a display model, and I've started it all with speed paints.
Well,
used them as speed paints, not as a pro would use speed paints. My thing is I want them to work out of the bottle the way you expect them to, and to have that build a foundation you could paint at a much higher level over the top, because then they actually do speed up the process. Whereas I would never use the speed paints that exist in the world because they're blotchy and they give bad coloring and they don't look like the base coat that I would do on my own. Whereas this, again, pop in super close. This is the base coat I would paint on my own, but this is done 50 million times faster than it would have taken me to wet blend all of this on there or to highlight all of this on there.
Yeah.
Right?
Look at this right here. This bit.
Yeah. And that was just because of dry brushing. I mean, this is basically like slap chop. Right? Like, look at that forearm there with all the coloring. We get some almost turquoisey effect here with the yellow on the greens. The purples and the reds still showing through. That hand over there looks great.
Moses says, can it go over Space Marine armor without having to clean up stray strains? We should do that, Jason, at some point.
Without what?
With stray stains.
Yeah.
Like, what is that called? You have a certain name for it. Staining? Or
yeah, just stains. It's like coffee stains.
Like, yeah, there it is. The coffee staining. Pooling, coffee staining. Yeah, that's the term I'm looking for.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, these paints in their general nature really want to be on textured surfaces, but yeah, you can do them on armor plates and sides of tanks and anything you want. And kind of like our washes, the way that they tend to cure, they blow out is the way I will say it. They tend to blur as they cure. Blow out, probably a bad term, but you get my drift. So you don't get any really rough edges, even though you see me using my finger and smudge blending these a little bit. If I do this right here again, and then I just kind of hit it, that gives me a perfect shadow underneath that elliptical bubo,
Roadside Miniature says, but that is a good question because speed paints are notorious about not doing well on flat surfaces.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, look, there's a bunch of flat surfaces on this too, which is, you can see it.
Well, no, all of this is really textured. So,
if you look at
that's
what I'm saying.
The pleats on the skirt are still not flat, but inside the area, you can get a feel for what it does. And, when I have, let me pull this out and show you. Right. So when I did where's the white one? Yeah. This one's not going to look like a ton. Is this the right one? This might not be the right one. I keep losing though. Oh, no, I think this is. Or I might have painted over them. Was this guy the one? No.
That was the yellow. Dang, look at that green.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the green on the.
I mean, that's a really good example of a flat surface right there.
Yeah. It doesn't stain or anything.
I mean, there's recesses in capes, but capes are notorious for that too.
Yeah, and you can see that there's no pigment buildup where you don't expect it to go, which is the key. I was trying to pull one of these out. I thought that I had done one. Well, let's just do one. Right? We'll do the top of a shoulder pad here in this color that we're using, the purple.
Do you believe in magic?
And I'm not going to thin this down. I put new purple out here just so you can see. Right. Make sure I get enough on the brush. Right. Without any trying, that's given me, just making sure I push pigment to where I get it dark and the crevices is the only thing I'm concerned with here. The LA Lakers, unfortunately, but.
Rocco says, large flat panels on vehicles and tanks are a perfect example of where speed paints struggle.
Yeah, and they're not really built for that, right? They want to be able to pick up details, but like the top of this shoulder plate is a perfect example, right? Most of our pigment goes into the end. You've got a little bit of buildup right here.
Yeah. And Ma says, I wasn't trying to put you on the spot. It just seems like that might not be a problem. It just seemed like that might not be a problem. However, more contrast-esque paints do have that issue.
100%.
But it's easy to layer over it and clean it up.
100% because the pigment stops where your brush stops. So the hard part with doing flat surfaces is making sure you can continue like we did on the cloak from like the top of the panel to the bottom of the panel.
Yeah.
But then you got to go and do another line right next to it. And so now you'll have pigment in the line that builds up in between. So how do you do that? That's a trouble with regular paint too. It's just that regular paint with its opacity, you can go over it with another coat and start to feather it out.
Right.
With this stuff, another coat loses the effect of it, so you don't get the same thing.
So
you would probably airbrush them if you want to do that on a flat surface would be the best thing. But just to give you an idea, I mean, again.
Oh yeah.
I purposely didn't move any of that pigment around after putting it on there.
Ruckett says, question, from what I understand, GW encourages their satin primers for contrast. Will your contrast work well with your matte rattle can primers?
Built for our matte primers, yeah.
Oh, look at that yellow, dude.
Yeah, this is the yellow that Tim asked me to do now that it's pretty much dry.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
No zenithal there. That's all just pure white, too, right? So that's just over pure white.
What is that?
That's the black.
Oh, dang. It's almost like blue. It's got like a deep. Well, that was zenithal.
It's almost
right?
like a. It's almost like a bluish green black. It's not pure black. It's got a blue hue to it.
It's kind of like a raven style black.
Exactly. It's intended to be. So that it doesn't. You don't have to go and add any other color to it. It's just kind of done.
Huh. Mo, you know. Roadside says, is the extra tooth from the matte primer a part of the reason they don't leave the staining they don't leave the staining, you reckon?
No, that's usually what would cause them to stain worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, like I'm saying, one of the magic things with these is that they have a matte finish and they work great on matte surfaces and they don't leave a lot of spotting of color, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've used our matte primer on this guy from the bottom up, right? And then zoom in super close.
Yeah.
Like get us like super close on this guy.
May refocus it. Yeah.
Right? And you'll see how the matte finish with the dry brush gave us some texture. This is none of the paint on this area. But then look where we've applied it, right? It hasn't grabbed onto any of that. We still see the exact brush strokes of the dry brush texture that was on there. The same highlights coming through. No buildup of pigment anywhere weird. No spotting of pigment anywhere weird. It just flows like a normal paint should, but gives you that contrast that you want, right? It builds up darkness where you want darkness. And you can see how that purple is just laying right in there perfectly, too. It's so good. Okay, go back up. It's so good.
Do you believe in magic?
All right, let's mix a color. Let's mix like a burgundy for that headdress area, maybe. Or somebody had said, well, I don't want to do blue. I think blue's a little much.
Would the same brown would look dope.
Yeah, I could do the same brown. I think I want to add more because I want to put some fleshiness to the skin is the thing.
Okay, fleshiness?
Yeah.
Would you do that with these paints or
Yeah, I could use these paints. So what I'm playing with is to just test and see, like, as we layer, when do we lose the effect? Can I just build up all of my color with this and not have to shift over to opaque paints? Because that would be so amazing.
What do you mean? Say that again, I'm sorry?
Well, normally I would go to an opaque paint now, right? Because
You're just trying to do the whole thing with these.
I mean, these are basically, when the base coat's done, your purpose of these is kind of done. Right, there's that purple on the open armor. So we did get a little bit of a spot where my brush stroke built up pigment on that.
Yeah.
But I could have avoided that just by making sure I did my brush stroke all the way side to side. I did it as a swirl. And so that swirl pulled all the pigment into that blotch. But yeah, you can see how even it is everywhere where my brush stroke actually made a difference. Like on that side.
Yeah.
That was just where I started and I did that. I went around to catch that edge and then I piled a bunch of pigment in there. So it takes a little bit more, but again, you can see like on the vertical surface where I pulled it, that's that same purple, and there's no pigment where it shouldn't be on that thing.
Little Billy says, what about demoing the contrast paint over a base coat of dark silver or bronze?
I don't have anything in those colors, but we can do that in upcoming stream. Ocho. All right, I want to use the flesh. I think I'll just go for it with the shadow flesh.
Moose says, this actually makes me want to get into Age of Sigmar stuff. The Age of Sigmar models are dope.
Age of Sigmar are the best GW models.
They're so cool.
They spend so much effort on them. And fantasy models in general, I think, are the coolest models. It doesn't mean that I like sci-fi better. But when painting, I like fantasy models better. Because fantasy models have more textures to them mostly because they have leather and flesh and metal and all these things, whereas sci-fi is generally armor and a gun.
Yeah.
The monsters like Tyranids, you could say, are a little bit different, but they're really just chitin and guts. And again, it's kind of like armor and a gun. It's just a different shape.
Yeah,
Whereas fantasy models like these have got so much going on. So I love painting fantasy models. I've just never liked, well, Warhammer Fantasy was my favorite, like, big tabletop game of all time.
All I want to do is paint all my zombies with this stuff.
So this one's Shadow Flesh.
Oh.
So what if you had the ability to do, what if you had the ability with our new paints?
Like yesterday?
To do all of this stuff like yesterday. Where what if you were to underpaint your colors and then be able to use this and not have to worry about your glaze ever again? What if, Chris? What if, Chris?
Who knows, man? I just want to paint zombies now. Somebody mentioned Age of Sigmar.
Oh. What if, Chris?
Oh, shoot. Come on, man.
What if?
What the heck?
What if, Chris?
I'm just...
What if what I did for you, chat?
There you go. Tried to make Chris's life easier. Dang, dude. If this dries without chalking, I'm going to be pissed. Because I'm sitting over here attempting practicing my halflings the other night. I'm like, I can't do this. This is pretty cool. Ruckett says, can I pre-order these now? I'll give Chris $2 under the table if necessary. I'll take 1.2 million.
I can ship exactly 2 people 12 colors. If you're not going to like the price.
If you pay us 1.2 million, we will send you these paints immediately. How about that, Jason?
Holy cow, can you imagine?
No, no one's doing that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All right, Jason, what if I brought... Can I bring in my halflings? Can I do that so that I can use these?
Good God, Chris.
He's ignoring me. This is cool. I'll buy Chris a single bottle of bronze if I can go ahead and we'll pre-order. Ryan, it doesn't work like that. Are you planning on to have metallic speed paints?
Not right now. The medium works with our metallics. We showed that on stream a while back. I'll show it again. Maybe not today. But yeah, it works with our metallics. And that may be all I really focus on for the metallics.
This flesh you're adding here, the shadow flesh, really pulls the... makes this nurgly.
Yeah.
Right?
That's too good, dude.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
And again, I'm just poking it on there. I'm just, a little bit in kind of the highlights and midtones, trying to stay away from the purple part.
Moses, try Captain 3-Dale broccoli. I was thinking this kind of does look like broccoli, like Broccoli Man.
Broccoli Man.
Broccoli Man. I mean, this looks okay. Looks okay.
If you're into that sort of thing.
If you're into this whole painting things well very quickly. Man, can you imagine this? Imagine putting this in the Baby J hands. Just... I'm done with your model. Oh, it's only been 5 minutes. Well, that's it. Jabberwocky, thank you for those gifted subs to the community. If you just got a gifted sub from Jabberwocky, give him some hands and some hugs and some handies and some hearts. All of the emojis. Thank you so much, Jabberwocky. We appreciate you. Yes, little Billy, you heard me.
I am wicking a little bit off on my finger just so I have less that will pool on the model because I'm not wanting it to become this color. I just want to spot this color and so that it looks kind of like, oh, it used to be flesh. Now it's go see a doctor.
Go see a doctor. Well, Jason, it's almost time.
Are you kidding me?
It's 3:50.
I've had a blast today. I hope you guys have had a blast.
We've had something. If you guys are thoroughly teased, you're welcome. Stick around. We're going to be painting a lot with these I would imagine, right, Jason?
Yep. We're doing tons and tons of testing in the coming streams.
Oh, I'm not cutting you short.
As always, you boys and girls get to join in and see.
This is where you guys get to see things. So you got to tell your friends. If they're wondering what Monument Hobbies is up to, this is the secret sauce of all of our fun, win-win, happy time stuff. So we know who's watching. I always know.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
We're here to spread beautiful hobby teasing to the world to prep our I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah,
come and watch the stream. We love you, and we love it when you watch. And we love it when you give us a try. Now, I know you all want these, but in the meantime, you should grab yourself some regular Pro Grill. And don't do what Chris does and be bummed that he didn't have this for his halflings.
Oh, don't cry.
I want it. Yeah, there you go. Game Delay, tons of marketing, testing in the coming streams. There you go, Game Delay. Hey, yes, sir. Bada bing, bada boom.
We're not shy about it.
We are showing you how to use it. That's our marketing.
When you're getting to see any oops, right? I mean, I'm doing this live. There's no coming back from, oh, well, that didn't work.
Live from New York, it's Jason Craze.
Yeah, pop in close on that one.
Boing. Schlanky.
Yeah, look at that. It gives that like completely disgusting flesh super easy. And again, just dabbing it on there, you can see where it goes a little heavy in the recesses, but it doesn't look that way when it dries. Like when it's dried over here, it gives you a couple of those deep spots where it's but still wet down in there. But yeah, I think for glazing, for that kind of underpainting, I've just given you the ability to do that with a shadow flesh, and we might come out with another flesh color or two as well. So you could do all that stuff we did with the Space Marine heads yesterday, just almost immediately. Because I'm not looking for full coverage. I don't want it to be human. I want it to be disgustingly diseased with a human tinge. So I'm not just covering everything with the skin tone.
Gabe Delay, yeah, this is effective marketing. Hey, that's the point. It's getting me. Game Delay, you're understanding the secret sauce. We, the people, will be happy about this model. Does the finger blend thing work with the normal paint line? Yeah. Jason and Jordan do it all the time.
100%.
I remember genuinely asking Jordan the first time I saw him paint this was years ago now. I'm like, what are you doing with your finger there? He's like, I'm blending. I'm like, what? There you go. I didn't realize it. Then I grew up and I found the way, the truth, the light, the finger blend.
100%. It is such a good way to make sure that you get, like instantaneous traction when you put a color over another color, but you may go a little heavy. I probably learned it by, oh my God, that's too much. And then you hit it with your finger and mop it up.
And Mathis is saying, and to follow up, what do you do if your fingers can't reach big hands?
That's the problem, is that you do still have the problem of getting into like areas where
you can't do that.
I'm screwed.
The VODs also, Avian, always go up right after I hit stop. We have a full year coming up on this new format that Jason and I have been doing.
I gotta tell you.
Melton says, hey, chat, do you have 3 to 4 suggestions for browns for the texture trainer? Number 2, the Hunter. Would really appreciate it. Warm brown, that's a big one. Dark umber, what other browns for the texture trainer?
Black brown, warm brown, dark green brown, dark orange brown, all the browns.
Every brown. We love our brown colors. They're amazing. Warm brown's pretty dang good.
That was Shadow Flush.
Nice. Oh, there, Game Delay, you're out there. There you go. The more I paint, the more excited I'm about. Game Delay says, the more I paint, the more excited I'm about more transparent paints. I've been putting expert acrylics through the airbrush, painting with the transparent paints on basically every model.
All right.
Wow. My man. Okay. Lumberjack says, Chris, that's pronounced McRib red. Oh, thank you. Oh, there he goes with the little blend. Boop. James Mathis, at first I was dubious about Chris and the format change, but this guy has grown on me. Hey, I appreciate it.
100%, man. I didn't trust it either.
All right. That's when I excel the most. Can you come down a little bit, speaking of excelling? Thank you. How's everyone doing in chat, says Resin? Hey, we're doing good. We're testing out some of our fancy secret time things. So we're really happy that you guys get to see this. I'm happy for you. The magenta wash touches are real nice here in these little
well, yeah, and what I'm showing
boils.
is that you can go right over the top. I'm not really waiting. I'm just kind of throwing the magenta wash thin down right at it.
Oh, Baldman, that's a good point. Baldman has a great question for you, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing today? Having to deal with Chris is no easy feat.
I really appreciate that you recognize that, and I am doing great. Thank you for asking.
I too am. I have been exposed to too much Chris, and my doctor says it's been a problem.
That's awesome.
Lumberjack says, is anyone else wondering how Paint Liquor is doing? Paint Liquor was in here just a little bit ago, wasn't he, Lumberjack? I remember his tag coming up. Or is something new come up that I don't know about? Hopefully he's okay. Oh, he's doing overtime this week, says Mo. I haven't seen, yeah, there's been some people I haven't seen, but we also, there was a bunch of daylight savings time changes for everybody, and we don't change. Hey, Little Billy, thank you so much. And Jason.
Yeah.
It's about that time.
I don't want to go. I'm having fun.
Too bad.
Damn.
You like that? Shot down. No, Jason, we have to keep the people wanting more. Isn't that right?
What?
We want them wanting more.
What? I'm just wet blending now. I just went and grabbed some of the purple while I have magenta still on the brush because I noticed I missed that seeping goop spot. And I just hit this one kind of heavy, this area here.
Rest in Paints, did you already name the paint of the new product?
Yes.
But we're not going to tell you.
We don't say it out loud yet.
We know who's in here. We always know. That's looking pretty good, Jason.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm just playing now. But, you know, the fact that the zenithal is still showing through, we haven't covered it up. And this is paint number 4 or 5 that we're using now. Pretty crazy. Not going to lie. And the wash is taking over the top of this really nice. Not doing any crazy staining or anything you wouldn't want it to do.
Hopefully you all have enjoyed today's stream. I sure have.
I've had a blast.
Hoo, hoo, hoo. Hey, Jason, have you often hear about how long you should wait after you've primed a model before you start doing brush work? How come you're able to do it just fine right now? That's why couldn't you do this right now?
Why are you a good painter? Like I say, I don't hide anything. We airbrush prime this model I'm not touching the model much
Yeah.
because we've been doing the speed paint stuff, so it tends to dry a little slower. So I've been keeping my fingers away from it, which is good. But no, I mean, we've been painting very wet, and none of the primer has moved. Nothing's rubbed off. You know, when you're doing a speed paint type paint, it goes on sloppy. And now I'm adding washes and sloppy layers. There's not been anything, and we dry brushed right over the top of it too. I forgot about that because we did the three primer colors, and then we dry brushed as soon as I cleaned the airbrush. I dry brushed it. So
I think that's what they're asking because you did it so quickly.
I think that the reality, and there's no magic to this. The reality is have a lighter touch with your brush and your holding hand. When I'm holding the model, even if I have my finger resting on the back, it's barely touching. Like this, you could just take it off my hand. I'm not like gripping it, you know, I never do. It just kind of, the model just kind of sits in my hand. And when I'm painting, even when I dry brush, I'm doing it very light, and then I'm letting the detail build up. So multiple light strokes, always better than one heavy stroke. The same way painting multiple see-through layers better than one big thick layer, right? In certain cases, right? And so I think that's really the trick. I don't think there's any magic to it at all. It's just having a lighter touch, whether you're dry brushing, whether, you know, I'm piling paint on like this. Let the paint do the work. Don't make your brush do the work necessarily. That might sound a little funny because there's definitely different techniques where your brush has to apply the pressure in order to get the thing you're wanting to get done. But in most cases, I'm just barely using any brush pressure at all and letting the paint go where it wants, because especially with this kind of paint, it flows into the cracks and crevices and creates its own brush stroke.
Yeah.
And so I don't have to do a whole lot.
Jason, thank you so much for showing us.
There you go. He's not gripping it like his Papa Chicken.
Whoa!
That sounds so sad.
Whoa!
Sounds so sad.
Thanks for the lesson. It looks good. Hey, Jason, take us out.
Yeah, show us again.
No.
Damn it.
There it is. Looks great.
I mean, I think that in the world of grim, dark trench crusadiness, that this is
grim and dark.
Damn near there. I think we do a little bit of highlighting for the colors, right? Because they are dark, but we do a little bit of highlighting, and then we get that gold done. And this model is, I mean, the funny thing to me is that the leather skirt is basically done in one coat. Yeah. That was only just one coat of paint over the base layers. But choosing the purple and the red and the taupe is big because it gives you that coloration underneath. So there are some tricks that we use here to make the power of the top coats even more pronounced. So it's good. You'll try it out later. You usually wait the whole 24 hours. Yeah, we don't have that time here. I mean, we paint and then we prime and then paint it on stream. But I do have a delicate touch because I don't want to move the primer around. And there's been times where I've gone in and the primer was still wet, and I'll dry brush and tear it, and we'll have to re-prime it with a brush or something like that. So I think there's a two-sided thing here. Be gentle as you apply paint, because paint doesn't need to go on with a hammer. And then also be fearless, knowing that if you should, for some reason, over-wet your paint, like you're two-brush blending or wet blending, and you just kind of get it so wet and you rub on it so hard that you move the primer, don't be worried about it. Just re-prime that area and paint that one area. Start thinking about your model in small sections, because when you tear the primer, it's not the whole model, it's just one area. And then even if it's at the very end of the model, you drop the model and a chunk of paint comes off. Look at what area you can section that down to and repaint that area to match the rest of the areas around it, rather than thinking, my model's screwed up. Right? I do not paint with a hammer. Sometimes.
Could you? Never mind.
Everybody, thank you so much. Your monument hammer is not for painting; it's for attitude adjusting.
Hey, what's it called for the people in the back?
You know what's that?
What are you talking about for people who don't know? The attitude adjuster?
The attitude adjuster?
That's what it's called, right?
It was very funny. It's no longer on the site, I don't think.
I don't think
There's been times where it accidentally gets turned on and we get a lot of customer service questions like, why do you sell a 10-pound sledgehammer?
What's it
Is
called?
it really $5,000?
It was called the attitude adjuster.
It's called the Monument Hobbies Attitude Adjustment Device.
Adjustment device?
Attitude Adjustment Device, the AAD.
The AAD.
AAD, Attitude Adjustment Device. Because awesome. we had a person on social media who woke up and chose violence and was just spewing a bunch of nonsense, and so I played around and was kind of humorous and playful with him, and then he just kept getting nastier and nastier, and I was like, you just need a hug, or better yet, this product. And I wrote that, and then I went and created the product and sent him the link. Came back and sent him the link to the attitude adjustment device. Never heard from him again. That silenced the guy. But it was a 10-pound sledge from Harvard Freight that Harbor Freight, not Harvard Freight, but Harbor Freight that we would have laser engraved the handle with Monument Hobbies, and it said that I would personally hand deliver it, but it was $4,999.99, I think.
Wow. Okay, there you go.
You're waiting for the hammer to go on sale. If the hammer would have been 20% off, would you have bought it?
Dang it!
Because I'll put it up there for 20% off and come bring it to you. Oh. It would still be profitable, even with a trip involved, probably.
Wow.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you're new around here, please hit the follow and the subscribe button. We stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick simultaneously from Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Monument Standard Time here in Phoenix, Arizona. We'd love to see you back. We'll be back again tomorrow doing some more of this. I'll be having some more fun with these paints and being teasy and just showing some cool techniques off. So I think we're going to have a great time.
Nice.
So thank you so much for hanging out. Make sure to check out all the links. We've got a tremendous Discord community. Join us over there where you can get inspired, make friends, hang out, and talk nerd stuff all day, every day. It's a great place. Also, the Monument team is live on there all the time, and a great place for updates and early release info on discounts and things like that. It's like literally the place to be to know things before everybody else knows things. So it's good. Twisted was here. Unfortunately, we are done.
We'll be back.
Yeah, but we will be back. And make sure to check out the links to monumenthobbies.com and monumenthobbies.eu. No matter where you are in the world, you can check out one of our stores, and our lovely employees will help send you amazing hobby products straight to your desk so you can get back to having fun with your hobby. So thanks for joining us. Stick around. Chris is going to find us somebody to raid and keep this hobby train going. So show some love in the chat we wind up in, and we'll catch you back here tomorrow. Adios, gang.